Hi guys, and welcome to the Jasmine channel. And today is my part 2 of my DCP series, so Disney College Program. And today's title of the video is Things I Wish I Knew Before I Started the DCP. Just to get straight into it, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is transportation. Okay, I wish I would have known the transportation situation that I would be getting myself into by signing up. I am used to Chicago, where we have the CTA, which can take you anywhere and just about everywhere, and any time of the day. You know, buses come every 15 minutes. Orlando, Florida, not quite like that. Especially at our dorms. We did have buses to take us to different places. However, those buses, they didn't take us everywhere. They only took us to the dorms, they took us to the resorts, and they took us to the parks. And they also took us to Publix and Walmart. But if you want to go anywhere else, you have to find your own way. And Ubers are very expensive, especially in tourist neighborhoods such as Orlando, Florida. I almost forgot where I was. Oh, yes, I wasn't in California. I did the DCP at Walt Disney World, which is in Orlando, Florida. Okay. Second thing is housing. Okay. I told y'all. I had a friend who went there. They were at Chatham, the Chatham dorm, and their dorm was pretty luxurious, pretty modern. It wasn't the most luxurious out of all of them, but it was still very nice. The one I went to was the one I got put in was Vista Way. So they technically pick your dorms for you. You can say what your preference is and what amount that you want to pay, because some dorms are a little bit more expensive. I didn't do that much research into it. I was just like, well, give me the cheapest one, because you know me, I'm all about saving money. I didn't realize that there would be such a difference in the look of the dorm. Our Vista Way is like the oldest dorm. It was like the only one that hadn't been updated. So the couches look like the 70s just vomited on them. The cabinets in the kitchen just wasn't updated. It was just all old appliances, basic cabinets, carpet in the bedrooms. Just very basic, you know. So I wish I would have known, because I would have spent a little few more dollars to get a nicer spot. Maybe, because I am very frugal. Then next is roommates. Yes, they did give you the option to pick your roommate. I didn't know anyone going down there, so I was like, whatever, whoever, they gonna have to get along with me. But they also gave us an option of like getting on the Facebook group and getting to know some of the people who are going down there at the same time as you, and and you could have taken a quiz to see like who would be a good fit for you and stuff like that. I didn't do that. I should have, because the people I got in the group where we were very different and we tended to butt heads. I can give you all more stories if you like. I have the craziest roommate stories. Maybe not the craziest, but they do get crazy. And I was the only black girl to start out, because I told you all it was about 6 of us, two girls to a room. Out of the 6, it was me, a Cambodian girl, and the rest of them were white. They weren't used to me. Okay, they weren't used to me. So I have lots of stories about that. That's something I wish I would have thought about, because I would have loved. I didn't realize how much of a culture shock it would be to actually live with a white person. I've grown up around white people. I grew up in a very diverse neighborhood, but I never, spent the night or like actually lived with a white person. So it is a difference. It is a huge difference, and it is a little culture shock because, yeah, they weren't used to some things I do, and I likewise. Like, they weren't used to my weave. One of them took a picture of my weave in the garbage and posted it to their Snapchat. Like, this is what it's like having a black roommate. So yeah. Also, that brings us to being black there. Okay, not only was I black there, but I also was a minority due to being African American, because there are other black people there. There are Africans, Dominicans, Jamaicans. There's people from all over the world there. But it's not a lot of African Americans there, because there's a difference. And you do kind of feel isolated, because even though we have the same complexion, we have total different backgrounds and mindsets and culture. So yeah, I also did a little social experiment because I was having trouble. I feel like I was being discriminated against while I was there. So I did a little social experiment just to prove my point. And it worked. I'll do a story time video of that if you all would like to know how I did that and how I found out that people were being discriminatory backstage. Okay? So just being black, I wish I would have thought about what that would feel like moving south in Florida during the election period when it was time to elect Donald Trump. It was just a lot of racial tension, and it was definitely an adjustment that I wish I would have prepared mentally for. You know, and then next would be my duties and getting familiar with Backstage. So when you're a character performer, which I was, your shift changes like every day. You're rarely ever going to be at the same place every day. So you're not even going to be helping with the same character every day if you're in a college program. That means that the time to get to work may be different. Where you meet at for work may be different. So I was late. Long story short, I was late to my first day because I didn't know how to get there. I knew how to get to Disney Animal Kingdom, but I did not know how to get to the spot that we were supposed to meet. So I wish I would have had somebody to help me, tell me where to meet at, because I was lost and I was like so sad. I'll give you a story time about that too if you want. But so I wish I would have known to get more familiar with the role and what was expected of us. Also, our shifts only drop weekly or bi-weekly, so you didn't really know what to expect. Like I said, I helped with so many different characters. Pluto, Smee, that was one of my faves. Boat, I tried to with Boat. Just lots of different things. I did know that I would have to help with those characters. However, I did not think about how hot it would get. And I didn't know that we had to carry the costume that we wear when we're helping. Were so heavy, and we used to have to carry them to wherever our site was. And sometimes that would be up flights of stairs. Sometimes it would be in really tight spots. Story time about that too. I have a lot of story time. If y'all are feeling it, if y'all want stories about Disney, I got you. Just comment. So I wish I would have been mentally prepared for that, because in my mind, I was gonna be in the castle 24/7. Period. Not how it's like. Not how it's like. Okay, it's hard work. It's really, literally hard work. You have to warm up before a shift because it's really hard and hot. And if it rained and your site was outside, you just be wet. Now, if it was thunder, we had something called 101, and we would get to go to the back. But it was just a lot. So there's that. And then just the duties on the shift, like I said before. I didn't know I would be expected to drive a van. I had my license, yes. But I didn't have a car, so I probably hadn't driven for a year or two. And they're like, yeah, drive this person, that person all around the park today. I'm like, what? Me? Is this a part of character performer? What character is this? I never seen that movie. So, that was interesting. That was fun. I used to have my music bumping. Hey. Okay. Yeah, it was fun. I used to have a good time being driving, but I did not know I would be expected to drive a van. And you have to super greet, even if you're a character performer. So you'll just be out in the park that day, and you'll be helping with the different characters and keeping people in line. Who knew that would be that hard and stressful? Who knew? I didn't. You really need good customer service skills for that one. So yeah, it's like being a character performer during the DCP is literally like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. And then sometimes you're dealing with really sensitive subjects like Give Kids the World and Make-A-Wish Foundation. I didn't think about that before I went there. I had a lot of touching, and I'm a crybaby, so I was not prepared because I'm like, wait, this character's about to cry today because this is too much. Like the parents and the kids are so nice. I want to get into it. We'll do a story time about it later. I'm trying not to cry. Oh no, I just did my makeup. I will not cry. But that could be a lot, especially if your cancer runs in your family or you've had like some sort of intimate experience. That could be a lot mentally and emotionally to deal with. So it could be very triggering. So you have to keep that in mind. Next thing I want to discuss is weather. The weather there is crazy. They have hurricanes. I should have known that. I just didn't know how big of a deal hurricanes were. Besides Katrina, I really didn't know much about hurricanes or like where they happen. But we had to evacuate several times. I'm like, should I be going home? Like, what is this? I was kind of scared, so I did not really know what to do in a hurricane. We just got snowing tornadoes here, and them tornadoes just be a little wind. And then health. So because of the weather and the different environment, I definitely got sick way more than I ever had. My allergies were going crazy. I was coming in contact with just a lot of different people from all over the world, hugging, getting kisses. Because we do as character performers. The little kids, they like to give us kisses, all types of stuff. Touching different costumes. We share costumes a lot of the time. So I got sick a lot. And I didn't really know the process, or I ended up waiting, having to go to the emergency room, having to try and find free clinics. And that can be very stressful. So just try and take care of yourself while you're down there. Try and know your health insurance, if you're covered, what places you're covered down there, how you're going to get there, all types of things. Take vitamins. Just make sure you take care of yourself while you're down there, because that could add on a lot of stress. Yeah. That, also just hair. As a black woman, okay, it may not be the same for everybody, but for black people, everybody can't do your hair. You know what I'm saying? And I had just cut my hair like a few months ago, like into a short style. I'll show you all a picture. And I had like little red highlights in it. So the Disney look, that's the first thing. So in traditions and your orientation, they look at you and they say all the things about you that they want you to change. So if you have like piercings all up here, if you have like tattoos, you need to cover that up. If you have dyed hair, they let you know if that color is okay or not. Mine was not okay. If you dye your hair, they want it dyed to the roots. They want it dyed natural colors only. So since I had the red tips, I had to hurry up and find a stylist that could dye my hair. So that was a big deal. So try and find, if you're black, try and have your hairstyles together. Also, if you're in character performance, or even if you're not, we all have costumes to wear. Some of them require hats, some require wigs, some require these big pieces of costumes you have to put over your head. So I really wanted to wear box braids, but that would not fit over under a wig. So you really have to, make sure you plan out your hairstyles. They don't want you to have too much like makeup on. Like these lashes probably would be like a no-go for Disney. You only are allowed, the one piercing, nothing too big. You can wear no big hoops, no nails. You know me, I probably had my nails on time, had to get rid of those. So that was definitely a big shock. Comp tickets. So especially for character performers, because comp tickets, if you want your family member or your friends to come see you do your job performing, and you want to let them get, you want them to use your comp tickets, which are just free Disney tickets, then you have to let them in the park. But if you have a shift that day, you may already be at the park. You may already be working, you know? So you have to work out how you're going to get them in the park and get to your station on time. I'm over here in a white coat and some bloomers and a wig on, running through Disney World, trying to let my family in, sweating, coming back to perform, sweating. Like, oh, okay, let me fix up my makeup. I didn't know you would have to do this. Is the thing. I didn't know you have to do your own makeup. I thought every shift somebody would do your makeup and hair. No, they teach you how to do your makeup and hair, teach you, and then you have to do it before every shift, and you have to do it very quickly. So most of the days, I didn't have on lashes, even though we were supposed to have on lashes. I didn't have them on because I didn't know how to put them on very quickly. Don't have glue, one lash hanging off, one lash hanging off. So I would have practiced that before I came down there if I would have known that was required. But yeah, so that's all for today. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on your notification button, please. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Love y'all. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, oh well. Comment. Tell me what you would like. Bye. We out.